In this video, we're going to talk about elimination using add and subtract. Go ahead and pause the video, copy down your title, standards, and I can statement, and then we will move on. Okay, so here are the steps in order to use elimination. This process is really great when you have two equations that are in standard form. So remember that when it comes to the system itself, you're going to look for opposite terms that match. For instance, 3x and negative 3x, they're like terms and they're opposites. And we like those because they're going to cancel each other out, okay? So what you do is your system will be stacked on top of itself, one equation stacked on top of another, and you just draw a line and you combine your like terms vertically. And what that does is that eliminates one of the variables, okay? So then you solve, and then you plug it back into one of the equations in the system and solve it again, and you get the other letter's value. So that's not going to make a whole lot of sense right now. So just go ahead and pause and copy all that stuff down, and then we'll get started, and then it'll all come together for you. Okay, here we go. So we are going to solve this particular system using elimination. So what you want to look for are terms that are like terms but also opposites. So notice that you have a 3x and a negative 3x there. We really like that because we know right off the bat that those are going to cancel. So all you have to do is draw a line underneath it. Okay, and you know that those are going to cancel out, and then you combine like terms vertically. So you've got positive 4y and negative 6y. You combine those to give you negative 2y equals, and then you combine your 18 and your 12, and you get 30. All right, so now all you have to do is divide by negative 2 on both sides, and you get a y value of negative 15. Okay? Now, you pick one of the original equations back in the system. It doesn't matter which one. Let's use the bottom one. And then you take your y value of negative 15 and you plug it back into the equation for y. So that's going to look like this. Okay, and then you go ahead and you solve it down for x. So when you do that, you get 3x plus 90 equals 18, and then you subtract your 90 from both sides. That leaves you with 3x equals negative 72, and then you divide by 3 on both sides, and that gives you negative 24. So then your solution ordered pair for this particular system is negative 24, negative 15. So that's where this system is going to cross on the xy axis. Okay? So yes, I know it's easier than substitution. Okay? Let's see how you do on this one. Go ahead and pause and give this one a try. So hopefully when you solve that system down, you got an x value of 2 and then plugged that back into one of the equations and got y equals 1. So your solution ordered pair is 2, 1. Okay, so let's do the next one. Now, what you'll notice on this one is that you have matching values of 4x, but they're both positive. So you want to think to yourself, okay, how can I get those to cancel? And the answer to that is that you multiply through the entire equation by negative 1 because you want the signs to change, but you don't want to mess with the values at all, okay? So what that's going to do is that's going to change the sign on the 4, the sign on the 3, and the sign on the 18. So when you go to solve your system now, your 4x's match, but they're also opposites, so they're going to go ahead and cancel. So now you're back to what we just did. So go ahead and pause this one and finish solving it and see if you get the right answer. Okay, so when you solve that down, you get a y value of 2 and an x value of 6. So your solution ordered pair should be 6, 2. Okay, we've got 2 more examples and then we're finished. So hang with me. Here's the next one, okay, which is just like the last one we did, so go ahead and pause this one and give it a shot. Okay, so when you solved this one down, hopefully you got an answer of 2, -6. All right, so keep in mind that I realize I'm skipping some steps here. So remember that here you're dividing by 8 in order to get the 2, okay? And here you're dividing by the -2 to get the -6. So if me skipping steps is confusing you, I don't mean to do that. I'm just trying to make these a little shorter. Okay, so one more. Now, do not sit here and copy down that entire word problem. All I want you to do is translate that into a system and try to solve it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want you to pause and write the system, and then hit play. I'll have the system down, and then pause again, try to solve it, and then unpause it, and then I'll have the answer. Okay, so go ahead and give it a shot. So this is the system that you should have come up with. So now go ahead and solve it. Okay, so this is what you should have gotten when you solved that system. You should have gotten an x value of 3 and a y value of 0 for an ordered pair of 3, 0. So make sure that you bring all your questions to class tomorrow. We will do a couple at the beginning of class to make sure you guys have it, and then we'll work on the assignment. So I'll see you tomorrow.